actually think that the EMEA teams are a bit behind the meta. Yeah. They don't play the double duelist. Double duelist looks amazing on this map. And then it's Nats looking in the waylay to open.
Just no way.
It's ludicrous.
Well, let's see it then in action. Our opening map here of Corrode, it is ludicrous.
Now, normally, you don't get as good mid control, but actually DRX giving up mid a lot here. And you might get a Waylay v Waylay clash, if anything. Nats and Hyunmin may meet around A-Link.
Yeah. No real pushback as well for the A split, so Team Liquid are gearing up. No real util being used either.
Look at DRX expecting some kind of exec.
Could be going for a bit of a rolling retreat, taking a fight straight away though. That's Nats dropped and already seen that pressure coming in from the side to hinder. To try and take the fight. Flashback though is finished off.
Patty did an amazing job there, killing Hyunmin actually through the hinder.
Leaves it just down to 2 here. It's Mako and Freeing. Going to be scurrying to the scene of the crime. Deep plan for Team Liquid. Full control towards the back of the site. Even main compromised. Kiko's been holed up in that spot and he's going to be taking a fight here. Freeing still accounting for multiple angles, and it comes down to this game of timings again once more. Kiko might have just missed it, but they missed each other, but still backs. Going to be turned towards it. Freeing strikes. Brings it into a 2-on-2. Time starts to tick here.
It's a good timing for Mako.
Riaman there picking up the ghost. That's a beautiful shot there from Trex. Immediate returning, but Mako now alone onto the site in a 1v2. Half onto the defuse already. Gliding to the side. That's Cow to finish him off. Pistol round goes to Team Liquid.
The person we had the most attention on, Nats, disappeared from that fight very early on, didn't he? But this is the shot I'm talking about. Patty getting that one onto Hyunmin makes all the difference in that situation. And Mako cleaned up. Nice double-up play from Team Liquid in elbow.
Nice kills. Nice kills, Patrick.
Now think about the way that they played that round, though. Very slow, very contacty to take the space they needed to run and execute. One of the big reasons that I'm a fan of the double duelist comps, we don't know which are better. Hello, wait a second, this might be the Aspas play. Paranoia.
Maybe going for it.
Saturate over the top.
Someone's contact him and takes it. It's going to be diffusing immediately the play that it wanted to go for. But
I thought they were going to run a trap play there off Flashback's contact, but decided not to invest it. Anyway, one of the big reasons that I'm a big fan of the double duelist compositions is because you can run site pops a lot.
Sure.
And most of the comps that you're running on this map, you need mid on attack side or you just lose. But I think the Pacific teams, and now Team Liquid, are starting to discover that if you put double duelist into your comps, you don't get punished on the flank that much. And you can do a lot of these B execs as they're going for now. Obviously, there's no one home here, though.
Yeah, no resistance here. Will be that open side, open plan. DRX grouping up. Doing a bit of economical damage will be key. Maybe even just going down to the spike to ensure that they don't get the ults online, because it's another benefit, I suppose, of running this double duelist. You have fantastic ults to go into many hits. You get that rolling. DRX are going to know it well. They've been playing this comp for a bit now and really define themselves in terms of their playstyle as well, running this double duelist. Flashback on the Yoru. Hyunmin playing the Waylay.
Yeah, I think the theory is fantastic from DRX. It's what wanted in that opening game. That's trying to build up towards an ultimate.
Just some warm-up shots for him, really.
I'm interested to see how good his tech looks. We know that Nats is a phenomenally skilled player, but he doesn't normally play agents that have to make extremely quick decisions in the midst of chaotic moments. I mean, sometimes the way that he plays Viper, he creates the chaos and thrives within it. But the APM is going to increase a little bit for him playing here on Waylay. I do think, though, that DRX deserve an enormous amount of credit for coming in with this. I think of it as like a mosquito composition with Flashback and Hyunmin. You know, constantly harassing each other, both with those escape mechanisms.
Having to swat down either of all players.
Yeah, you have to push Hyunmin away before Flashback jumps into your face.
Well, looks like they're gearing up now. Team Liquid for a full-on exec into the V site. We'll be up to Freeing. We'll be up to Mako to see if they can push it back and shove it off. Good call for the cancel. That's going to be sending it in as well. We'll be looking for it. Fast lane up to try and divide this one up, but the wall is going to be, okay, popped up immediately. Great with the blind. Kiko does respond, though, with that kill straight away, but up towards the top through an open target, and a sitting duck at that. Mako. Quick dismissal. That horn's broken, and this guy is on fire right now. Locks him out of the sight. Util, not a problem for him. Neither were the players. Leaves it down to Trex. He's going to have a tough time of things.
Well dealt with there by DRX. I think a lot of what you're going to be looking at on Liquid as well is judging how good and how well practiced these execs look too. Because tight timings, when you contrast that over to DRX, their discipline and the way that they play this version of the double duelist comp, the timings have to be immaculate, right? And their Team Liquid, Nats was third player in, something like that, got stuck behind the wall.
You'd want to see your Waylay going in. Trigger the wall, trigger the util, pull back out.
Yeah, usually
go for a repop. But
usually these Waylay double duelist comps, you're right, the Waylay is a distraction.
30 seconds left.
And you retract out to play your other duelist in. And I think that's what Hyunmin and Flashback do miraculously well. That could just be Team Liquid not quite executing properly, or it might be a sign of some lack of experience on a new comp that they're trying to pull out and play.
Yeah, well,
and of course it would be an experience. It's the first time Nats has ever played duelist in his pro career. He's played so many games.
You have to assume they've been having some level of success with it, at least in practice, to be able to pull it out.
I don't know, man. You can't have been playing that many scrims with this. I think this might just be like pure theory, couple of scrims.
Bit of a pocket pick as well, throw it out.
You know what else is interesting? Team Liquid's Academy roster runs quite a lot of Waylay Yoru. So I was surprised the first time when Team Liquid got really caught off by DRX's comp, but maybe Nat's talking to the Academy team and getting some tips.
Another similar group up here. It's Bane who sees all those signs of life. Thorn's going to get it off nice and early, trying to dominate inside that smoke of Flashback. Can't get out of it. Overwhelmed by the presence of the duelists. It's Nats who takes his life. Creeping up slowly, surely, up towards that A-Link free and could be seeing, a few heads. Just showcase. Nats is also going around the world here. Not
DRX
sure what the premise is of it.
DRX are giving Team Liquid a lot of mid-control. It looks very similar to the pistol round, doesn't it? Where they just take A-Link basically for free, contacting up mid. I think that's a big hole in the defense right now for DRX. And again, it's this protocol of 3 players cowering towards the back of the site. It's really uncomfortable to defend A like this.
All broken. DRX is going to be feeling it now. Well, the Util 7 flying forwards as well. It goes evenly on either side, hand in hand, to try and stall and stun them out. Nats has found his way into the B side. Wall tripped up, freeing. Really seeing if he can be tested there. And it's Kiko with the trade. Online, quick up through mid. Creating that avenue with a help, and Nats as well. All this distraction. And look at these DRX players. I mean, Bane and Hyunmin all the way in spawn.
Oh my god.
They've missed it potentially. There's that timing. Nats was low enough, but still as a shot to the dome does him in.
Patitech is miles away from this play as well.
2v3.
They don't know where Bane is.
Yeah, they're still looking for a bit of clearance, and Bane doesn't really want to overextend, not with a smoke in his face. Time will start to tick. Hyunmin's finished, though, and that leaves it just down to Bane in a 1v3. Unlikely that he's going to want to try and play this one. Far too unlikely.
Well, I was talking about that gap up through middle, but the patience played there by Team Liquid as they paused before the A exec allowed Nats, of course he's lurking still while playing Waylay, but he lurks into the B site, gets past the Vice util and calls for his team to come back in that direction. So clearly here Nats is still going to have some of those rounds, I guess, where he's playing it in his classic style despite being on a completely different role.
Bringing that pressure elsewhere on the map.
And I do love the idea of fast starts to these defaults, because you can go into a quick A exec or you can slow down the tempo like they did here. They get into a 5v4 and they just pump the brakes entirely. It makes it very difficult for the DRX to figure out what's going on because they don't control mid.
Yeah, I think you've diagnosed it perfectly there, to be honest, just off the rip. Of what we've seen of Corrode being played, mid-control, vitally important. DRX not really making too many adjustments towards. I mean, there's a deep paranoid. This is going to be a trap play. The Aspas play, potentially. You're going to see a lot of util flying out forwards, and there it is. It's that hinder, drop down, double dash forwards, but Hyunmin respects it, seeing that there was no connections. Immediately refracts back to the rest of his team.
It's a nice set play, but people are more aware of it now.
Yeah.
And there's no Viper. Normally the Viper would be over there throwing the orb and stuff, but Trex doesn't have to be tucked in that corner. And again, Team Liquid have taken a lot of mid here for free at the start of the round.
Just given up.
Flashback was thinking about opping this round and decided to go for the Vandal instead. I wonder if that would have been more over towards denying space in mid. Once more, this pause. This time, though, they don't have quite the same level of space. Normally, Hyunmin's been pushed back into the site when Team Liquid pumped the brakes. This time, DRX can still jiggle and get some A-main info. And Mako can see towards A-Link as well. Smoked off now.
Hyunmin going to get his chance, really, but again, the barrel points out as well. Spoils his position that he's playing in. Mako. Great shot spammed out. To Nightfall's going to be scattering, connecting onto a multitude of these players. No sound cues now, and that A-hit looks like it's being committed to. Team Liquid want to try and send this one flying forwards. Hyunmin and Mako looking to see if they can hold this one all the way back. Hyunmin really being tested in that spot, but the duelists have already dropped for DRX. Mako still alive here, off to the side, denies that one. Convergent paths offloaded, but it's a wasted ult. No one is home. It's a reflank occurring, that ailing space being absorbed up, and Mako is dealt with eventually.
Good TP from Kiko.
Leaves it into the 2v2 here. Nat's still watching for it, but now with the plan again, just anticipating he could be being pushed up. Again, time is of the essence. Really running short. Nats finds it, but again, that trade evens out. 10 seconds left. Kiko has the spike. 6 seconds remaining. We'll have to hard stick and commit this one to bring it into the extension. And freeing Rappin all the way from the side. Collected and cool with the aim.
Team Liquid this time not quite able to capitalize on the push into the A site. I think Mako did a great job of ducking in there and getting one and still being able to back off. A lot of this fight though came down to the trades right before this kill happened. Yeah. But the pick on Tapati was a big one. Nats actually used all of his utility before they got into that side push, and then was the second player in trying to trade out the kills. And then had a very weird refract usage towards the end where he stuck it down in the open. He's at the top of the scoreboard for the team, but slightly strange use of the Waylay. And this time DRX fighting more over towards mid.
Team mid smoke. Haunt reveals a bit of information here for DRX. Another in through into B main, Steel Garden. Set forwards now. Nats is going to be sending it straight up through mid. Hyunmin's been caught out. He was trying to take that timing when all that pressure was being applied over towards B. Team looking like they want to hard commit into this one. Still, Steel Garden's going to be fading. Guns out for Bane. Has an opportunity to really do some damage. Still just a one. Head rolling off of Camo. That trade is impeccable with the discipline. Can't quite manage it with the spray control. Flashback is already deep in the fight though. Flash in his face. Won't be able to see much from this spot, but Mako from the high ground can see all. Readily available, that rifle in hand. Draws it level 3 to 3.
The reinforcements are coming through very quickly from DRX there. Heaven dominated, Team Liquid with no opportunity to fight for additional space in the post plant. You'd love, as the attacking team in that spot, to try and take some elbow control, get up into Heaven yourself. But Mako is there so fast. A flashback coming in to reinforce. Not relying on the ults, not trying to play some level of set retake, but they're very, very quickly boxing Team Liquid in on site. And now the economy not in a good spot for Team Liquid. We're expecting this to be a defense-sided map, generally. But when you have double duelist versus double duelist, I think tend to throw that kind of preconception out the window.
Yeah.
Should be a bit more of an even map. And it has been so far.
I agree with that. Our understanding of how the map might play. Throwing out a little bit here. Double dash forwards here from Nat, but spam into the smoke. That actually caught onto Camo. It's a seize, just in case there was a close punish, but no one really following up on most of this one. Flashback trying to reinsert onto the angle. Outlaw is the weapon for the job. Still overwhelmed over towards the B side. That's a very deep TP. Kiko's already into the back lines.
Yeah, that's incredible, actually. He's managed to get so far in. And the one player that DRX didn't want to lose, because there goes all of your thorns, there goes the wall.
Kiko could really make a solid difference here. He's got a rifle in his hands, but Flashback will spot him out there. Dimensional Drift. Utilize, make sure that they can clear this one out. Have their hold onto B. Use the good fruition still. Holding it down, double dash, round in the corner. What a shot by Kiko. Great adjustment. A lot of Util coming flying forwards at him.
I like the proactivity from Liquid.
Really trying to get active here. Another fight to be taken as well as they're wrapping around. And Flashback was none the wiser. Taking control of that elbow control. Thorns lay it down on top of it. Bane just spots the one up towards Heaven. Haunt on. No one on site. It's going to clear the way for most of this one again, but the plan is in a bit of a weird spot. Mako not quite there. The Seize is going to be connecting. A bit of raw spam as well. Needs to be that defense. In order, the stick! Not denied! Mako defends in time.
The smoke up towards Heaven had just been put there and denied Paditek from being able to get an angle. The plant itself as well, not in the greatest spot for them to fight over. And DRX steal that one away. I thought DRX's pressure onto the post planters was the best thing they were doing in previous rounds. This time it was Liquid who moved quicker, went up through elbow. That's a nice adjustment. But DRX still able to get it the third defuse in a row, and Flashback picks up the op to try and contest mid.
Where are you?
A lot of it off the back of Mako. A lot asked of him as a player.
Bring them down.
IGLing for the team again now as well.
Exactly as well. Normally that's going to be the detraction on his performance, but
he played a great game to open against Team Liquid. fell off a little bit in the next, so... Oh, hello, that's not supposed to happen.
That's not ideal, yeah. Happens. It definitely does happen, but... Won't be getting too much usage out of that, but the operator come to fruition with a purchase like that. Flashback has been pretty consistent so far over champs with that gun. Whenever they do pull it out, it's a rarity sometimes, but with the slower pump the brakes style of play that Team Liquid are playing, the operator getting value. Flashback immediately reinserting themselves onto the A line.
10 HP, and there's a lot of wallbang opportunities here. A little bit of spam could take him out, but Flashback survives.
It's awkward.
Stays on the line, good info for his team.
We'll have to respect that though. There's Util in his face. Gate Crash pulls back to a bit more safe position. Trex is just trying to bait out a bit of this spot here, but Smoke Bloom's a little bit too late there, and even that with a hinder drop down! Hyunmin! Never denied that space here, but they do not anticipate Trex whatsoever. Slipped the net straight past most of that. In a forward approach as well, he might have just carved out a bit of a space and position for Team Liquid to take advantage of. 23 seconds, spike in the middle of nowhere. Come on. Calling up here, a lot of damage done straight to the body with those shots. 21 health remaining. 14 seconds left to do it. It's left into the 1v1 here, but no time.
10 seconds left.
Such a big map. It was only 12 seconds there for him to go get the spike. I'm surprised he doesn't go for a little bit of a push onto Hyunmin, because he heard exactly where he dashed to. He knew that he dashed over towards B, but I think he would have just been chasing him around the houses on the B site.
Yeah.
So instead, opts to keep the operator, which is a bit of an unusual one. I think they came into that round with Nats picking up the Outlaw. Yeah, there's a fight over there towards mid with it. And the bigger gun wins the day, but now... I mean, they've been playing a bit of a slow attack side, considering they're playing the double queue list. They're trying to go for these like late round execs, maybe just trying to wait out gate crashes from Flashback.
I think that's part of it, yeah. Big win con for a lot of these teams in the Euro meta is waiting out slow.
But I think Team Liquid taking such a gamble with their own map pick shows you how far they wanted to push things away from the previous series.
Take it in a different direction.
And yet we still have Abyss and Bind to close, the two maps that DRX won the last time. It's a strange buy for Liquid. They saved that operator, get a Vandal and a Guardian out, but...
Bought a few guns around it, right.
So much of this is on Nats and whether or not you can get an opening pick.
If he just spots one of these players as well, Freeing is peeking out Prowler.
It's hard to avoid info peeking here on B. At some point, Freeing is going to go for it. It might just be in 30 seconds.
And the angle's good for Nats.
All right now.
Claims his life. That's going to be the Util falling down, crumbling around them, and now the pressure immediately onto Bane. Can he try and deliver? Can he try and push this one back? But that hinder into the back. Yeah, he couldn't really do much about that spot here. Flashback looking to see if he can hold on to control of this area, but we'll respect it. Gate Crash out to a bit more safety. But this is looking like a save already for DRX. They're backing themselves out slowly.
That's twice now that we've seen Freeing go down early. Clearly an area that Team Liquid realized that they can abuse coming out of the tag timeout. They knew exactly what they wanted to go for there, didn't they? Picked off the B anchor instantly and they're in. And the fact that they didn't even have to invest a Steel Garden to close that out, I mean, it's quite an easy round, I guess, after DRX have just won 4 in a row and looked by far the better team to begin.
Definitely feels easy. Like, you know, we were talking about the money situation. They had an op and 2 rifles, essentially. I think the Guardian and the Vandal forced around it. But other than that, not really a concrete buy. Still around with. Gets the job done.
And I think one of the theory points here on Nats' op is that when you're not running the double smokes, Mako can't keep everything smoked around the map. You want to keep bottom mid smoked, you want to keep A main smoked, you want to keep B main smoked. One Omen can't do all of that.
You only have so much.
Yeah, so there are actually going to be a lot of avenues on the attack side, over towards B main in particular, where they're waiting for some contact before Mako goes for that smoke. And that's going to offer an opportunity for Nats to get an opening pick. Now this time, Nats is working his way over towards B, and it looks like another trap play, pressure on Tex.
See how this one goes. Just hearing that early flash from Trex. Sends it flying forwards, but it was dodged, so we didn't get the indicator that there were players posted up into B.
But he leaves the danger zone. And at some point here, DRX have got to dismantle the trap play, because you can't commit 3 players to B the entire round.
Yeah, fully relying on your team to just hold it down over towards A. Got the Warn, the wall and the 2 sets of Thorns up, but Prowler doesn't spot anything. It's a game of question marks right now. DRX are trying to piece together where the hell Team Liquid are on the map. Jumpman re-exploring in through mid. Nats is himself going walkabouts.
early use of the refract as well. He's going to now recognize that there's a Vice wall in front of him, tries to bait it out.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Third time's a charm. Flash gets some acknowledgement there as well.
But throughout all of this, DRX are not super happy about information in mid. Hyunmin's trying to pick it up. And we've seen him take those fights with Saturate, but right now,
9-4.
is this a real exec?
I'll be going into these players as well. They only have the classics really to their name. Hinder slightly and slowly gliding down, freeing. Yeah, wasn't really favored in a fight like that. Steel Garden as well. We've fully taken away any other remaining guns. Team Liquid putting themselves a bit of a spot onto the side to get the clan down now. Yeah, DRX again left just scrambling.
It's really controlled from Liquid.
They do want to make a go for it though. 3v5 here. DRX previously went for the save. This time looking like they want to commit, maybe looking for a pick.
They've got the money to do so.
Smoke off into elbow. Nats kind of ready there. Convergent pass is ready to try and save them. What an entry, Hyunmin though. Still shut down. Kiko into the corner, was not cleared out. He's that danger player still. Aim is sharp for Mako, but not sharp enough to try and dissuade the rest of Team Liquid. They brought it 5-5.
What a savior Kiko is in that corner playing anti-flash, because the entry, the idea, the theory from DRX, remarkably solid in that moment. Coming back in with the double dash and the flash, completely caught these players. In fact, Kiko not even anti-flash, just tucked in the corner, unable to be punished and not really noticed by Hyunmin. Nearly sat on top of him, didn't he? Landed in Kiko's lap. Okay, now both teams have an op. You heard Nat's comment at the end there. They wanted the op, but they've given it to Patitek, and they're doing something fast.
Convergent player through mid. Gonna go for a bit of a split potentially. Slower through A main as well, but it does give them that A-link control. DRX have been happy to, this entire map so far, just give up all mid control. Playing deep, tucked onto the side, trying to anchor it down, but that double dash forwards, backwards, and that's just looking for the information. That's a, okay, Saturate, drop down. Was that his own Saturate?
Well, Nat's got caught. I think it was Hyunmin's, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. And now they're going back into a slow contact A hit, knowing that the defenders will have started to spread out again.
It's on Hyunmin. Towards it, already the rumble of the footsteps, stun, ricocheting, dash back in the way, but Bane kind of just baited and left out into the open, convergent pass of his own. Dropped out, Hyunmin lights out with a shot like that. Rips a head clean off that, and the shot missed. Hold on, that's going a bit wild and wacky. The kills are definitely going away Liquid. Just freeing, left alone now. 1v3 for him.
Jack's able to get planned down and a really solid position on the site.
Spike planted.
Tough spot for free.
Yeah, does he want to go for it?
Team's not going to be able to buy in the next round, but you might feel like you need this one. What are his chances of winning a 1v3? They're low, but your chances of winning the next round are going to be low with light buys as well.
He needs an opening pick here. Kiko crouched up on a pixel angle now. He just wants to save the rifle. Conservative here.
If he'd been given some level of a freebie, possibly he would have gone for it, but Team Liquid are really running this in an unusual way, and I think it's throwing DRX off. When I've watched a lot of the Pacific teams play this double duelist style, they are a little more straight up about it.
Yeah.
They're getting into position and they're running site execs. When Team Liquid are doing it, they're running the Waylay ult at the start of the round just to take space on A, and then they pause for 30 seconds, something like that.
Yes.
Maybe even longer for the defenders to spread back out, and then they re-exec into A.
You can tell us, I mean, it's twisting DRX's brains.
Yes.
Into pretzels. I mean, they don't know what's going on around the map.
Mako unlucky to not be able to get this kill cleaner, because then he couldn't have been traded. Had to swing out super deep and ended up getting caught by DRX. And then they were still in a 2v3, but Camo was doing a great job of getting in behind his players and shutting down anyone on DRX taking a peek.
Yeah.
Now the DRX economy is broken, but the ults at least are gone for Liquid.
I'm going to see them sending 5 players grouped up here from Team Liquid. Looks like a very much all-in, honest look towards the B. See how they deal with this one. See if they send Nats forwards. Sees, connects onto... Nats is really finding it difficult to get much done into this spot. Still that double dash is there, but he's blinded up! Bane finds his mark, at least with the full, but they don't realize that Kiko was already in. It was that double TP still. The team ready. Rifles well trained onto the choke point. Flashback. Firing off.
And you see when Team Liquid run a more standard set B exec, DRX, all the defensive protocols are ready. So the fact that Nats has called these little pump fakes in previous rounds appears to be absolutely vital to getting them to a 6-6 half. And I say 6-6 because the chances of Patitek winning a 1v4 in this spot are impossibly slim. Incredible back and forth beginning on this map.
Yeah.
A bit of an unknown for both teams. Middling in the map pool. Nats on Waylay. A ridiculous way to begin a rematch between two teams, especially when they're both excellent at the next one coming up on Abyss.
Mako, inclination, but that's a first kill given up. Hyunmin, no trade in sight. There's 27 seconds left to play with. Mako deep onto the side, alongside Bane. Bane is low.
But this would be a world-class clutch.
It really would have to be. With Flashback getting all the information as well now. That Dimensional Drift going to be put on his heels alongside the Prowler
no
still.
way.
Hold on, Mako's
No
down.
way.
Inside the Dimensional Drift, there's no way you can try and make a play towards this one here. DRX, Bane with the defuse, sticking this one. Flashback has it covered.
Oh, the health, though, down to 32. And Padatek also, almost, made a miracle a reality. DRX stays strong, though, for a 6-6 half. And that's with Team Liquid winning the pistol, calling some nice rounds, throwing DRX's defense off. We'll see if the Mosquito comp can twist the brains of Team Liquid's anchors when the sides are swapped coming up.
It's going to be an interesting look at the approach that both of these teams have to this double duelist on Corrode.
Nice try. Nice try.
You get to see those attitudes as well. But before we get into that as well, let's hear from Lou. She's down.
First time on Duelist. And so far, it's interesting.
Yeah. If there was ever a time to pull it out,
It's certainly not terrible.
And we get to see how they perform on the defense. DRX, patient at the beginning, scared of the potential of a trap play. They know how these comps work, but now gearing up and grouping up for this B hit.
They actually had double Sheriff posted on an aggressive line over towards A, so they should be fairly ready for this B hit.
Here it is, backing in double. Oh, what a shot! Magnetic to the dome of Kiko, and that revealing to the back Trex. His position noted. Mako with the quickest cleanup. Plan could go down now. A little bit of concern over towards heaven. You can see the ping from Bane. Make sure there's teams watching it and covering it, but they immediately take up control and residency in that elbow area.
Huge difference between how good and how coordinated DRX look on that B exec.
Flashback from on high as well. This team's going to be able to play off his contact here from this position, but just hopping up on top of the boxes. Nats does claim the one life. A lot of damage done though, and Paddy and Nats low enough here that the gust of wind is going to be bringing them down at this point. Discipline from DRX should reign supreme, and okay, given that one, Nats burning up a bit more, has to really push back against all that util and a peak on top of it, so DRX get that pistol. Round 13.
That's exactly how the coaches have drawn it up. Double dash in. No value from the flash there. In fact, if anything, it was actually Trex that was pushed off the line. Both Vice flashes. The attacker's actually finding more value. Really solid stuff from DRX. Showing how it's supposed to be done with comps like this. And now pistols even on both sides. First for Liquid, second for DRX.
Seeing an attempt at a play. Seen this one before, but Nats just getting caught on the wall. Couldn't get over it here. It's very much all in though. The rest of the Team Liquid willing to take that space here, and they're going to be hearing the rumble of the footsteps. DRX calling for this one. Rolling retreat, absorb the aggression, don't give away any guns.
Flashback's a little committed, a little stuck.
Out in the open, Max still gets the 2. And Flashback is, as you mentioned, hard committed here. Marshall in hand though, surely. What is that with a classic? Still getting it done, Kiko. Unfortunately though, the last one left. A little bit of damage, picks up the gun. Guardian in hand.
The damage is actually the name of the game here, right?
I mean, Free and Flashback and Bane don't have guns that they want to take into the next, really.
Yeah, yeah. So
they'd like to retrieve some of these weapons that have been dropped down, but they are miles away in Abyss. You've got to get a bit of a marathon sprint on if you want to claim them.
Flashback might be able to get it.
I don't know. It's so far away, man.
Now, they had 2 players that didn't buy fully in that round. But that's it. Everything else is not really that useful for a bonus.
Don't claim any of the guns either.
So pretty decent damage being done there. That's going to make DRX's bonus have a lot less sting to it. Having said that, the 2 rifles have been given over to the 2 duelist players. And I think coming a Flashback between the 2 of them could still cause a lot of damage.
Time to see what they can do. We know that they've been good for it.
They both have full armor as well, so Nats Outlaw is not going to hurt the duelist players.
That's taken a very deep peek. Not going to refract back either, so he's just going to remain on that angle.
It's not bad, because he can use his dash in order to disengage. But he decides to give it up.
You can Concedes it a bit more.
Very patient, but also maybe a bit cautious from DRX. Worried that Team Liquid are going to run something aggressive against them because the previous round was so all in.
Ooh, that's not intended.
No, that's not useful. But Nats just takes the angle anyway.
A lot to watch, though.
They have no space.
Yeah, looking on either side here. DRX finally starting to get some control of the map, but...
Well, they're trying to push back Nats.
Onto the flash. Players are maneuvering, swapping sides all over the place here.
You do have to do something here, DRX, before the time gets to 30 seconds.
40 seconds, that's a lot of damage down onto Flashback. Couldn't quite claim that kill onto Nats.
Okay, they're starting to take their space now on A.
Player, 34 seconds left, and they could get pushed back even more. Seeing it dash forwards now from Hyunmin. The hinder for a hinder. Towards the back there, a couple of straight shots on top of it, but the stalwart defense occurring onto the side. Thorns at your feet, a lot of damage being done here, but still DRX are claiming the kills. Nats secluded. Carrying in a corner here, maybe able to carve out a bit of a space for his team to get back in, but a plant down for DRX. Time element being pushed down to the finer moments, with micro adjustments from Bane as well. Just snap straight back to the cranium. Camo's done, finished. Nats though, still remaining here. There's Thorn in their sides, control over Albo. No more contesting happening from DRX. Freeing though, we'll be able to see this one.
Enemy remaining.
Gun first, then the body drops. Nats is finished.
In rounds like this, once you get to the actual portion of the site exec, I think you're seeing the difference between the comfortability of these two teams, or the comfort, rather, of the two teams playing these comps. It's the duelists again. It's the way that Hyunmin and Flashback play off each other. The site anchor player, okay, there's a hinder thrown out, which is nice to stop Hyunmin from getting too deep, but then all of the flashes come through. A flash for Hyunmin, the clone comes out as well. The player on site is so blind. Don't need to see that again.
Off the railings, yeah.
But it's this play here, look at that. Flash through, around the corner, just sets up nicely for Hyunmin. And Flashback is right behind. That deadly duo, ping-ponging back and forth.
Hey, nice blind, man.
It's so difficult for Team Liquid to deal with. And their economy dies here as DRX wins the bonus. DRX looks so clean.
Another trap play called for here by Team Liquid. That's a stun. Lay it down and that just sits on it like an egg.
Yeah, I mean the difference in terms of the execution of these ideas is palpable.
Night and day, yeah. Flashback is deep up mid though. Could be risking handing over a gun, especially with Kiko clearing that one up, but poor position, maybe a chance for it to be reclaimed. That's the goal right now for Team Liquid. Upgrade the armaments.
Trex has a Bucky anchoring A here, which could still get bumpy. Oh, what a shot though, Paddy.
Okay.
Deleted. And the two players with guns on the opposite side of the map.
DRX looking honed today.
They really are.
Turning up to play. Haven't really been mentioning the stakes too much because honestly we've been infatuated, I think, with just the idea of Team Liquid's comp, but it's elimination. It's one of the last chances to advance into playoffs, to get a continuation of your year.
And for Team Liquid, the #1 seed coming out of EMEA, the team that just lifted the trophy in that region, they
30 seconds
expect
left.
to be able to make playoffs.
The whole year has just been relatively disappointing for them.
Yeah, they
when it
haven't
comes to the
managed
international events.
Haven't managed to make playoffs in any of the events this year.
Yeah.
Trex, don't write him off. And Kiko.
Hey, yep, hold on. Damage being done and kills found and claimed this time.
No way.
He's running fully away from them. Mako to the spray and pray here, but as a spike shot down, that's a thrifty win, mate. We're talking storylines. Team Liquid are waiting in the dark.
Well, it's exactly what we were talking about. There's a Bucky anchor in the site. And if you just get smoked off like that, it's gonna feast. This kill in mid, though, that Kiko got, I don't think should ever be happening. You know, free and lands at 140, and then re-peeks back in, and Kiko's aim is so sharp and precise.
Always works.
But if DRX had hit the A site and managed to deal with Trex's Bucky anywhere in the last 30 seconds, they would have been in a great spot. Is this a trap again towards B?
Might be. Players are grouped up for it. Prowler forwards. Looking to try and take the fight. Yeah, it's delayed. Pinned around to the side, but that flashback, he's found himself a little pocket, and that's out of there. Good to play in the rest of his team. That kill found as two players potentially spotted out here. Flashback to get his acknowledgement onto it. Double dash forwards into that one. Hyunmin cannot be stopped, cannot be denied. Alongside Bane. Methodical and surgical. It's the way that DRX just really able to take sites like that
Details missing again from Team Liquid. They didn't have anybody holding contact over towards B main, and Kiko actually tried to throw a smoke somewhere else on the map before he threw the paranoia. So there's a timing window there for Flashback to tuck into the bricks angle. He wouldn't have had that timing if someone had been holding contact, and he wouldn't have had the timing if they'd paranoid off rip. But because they did both, because they made two small errors there with their setup, it allows DRX to get the punish on the trap play. It's all just about experience, man. The areas that Team Liquid are tripping up and where DRX are flourishing, it all comes down to just time playing these comps in scrims. DRX have had a long time coming into this tournament to refine this theory, and they've hit on something really nice. And Liquid are a bit more desperate, trying to swap over to this last minute.
Trying to pull it out. See, yeah, just here, I mean, they send you to a flying forwards, but because they're doing it delayed, there's nothing for the gap that's just created in that space. That little partition of seconds where Flashback can insert himself.
Now we wait.
3-round lead for DRX here. They've been in control almost from the get-go, to be honest. Decided the opening pistol round, but from this point on, stringing together the rounds like it's nothing.
This B exec has been an enormous problem for Team Liquid. You know exactly where Hyunmin's been pathing to, into the hut. I think that calls for some specific ante, to be honest. But obviously Hyunmin's been amazing at dodging danger and recognizing danger too. This looks like an ult. Yeah,
convergent pass is going to be unleashed here. Actually the 9-4, overloaded and overlapped on top of each other. That's a Venn diagram of depth that you do not want any part of. Kiko's out of there. Didn't want to play a part towards it. Maka with a DTP. He's flashed up, lines it up. Still hard commits onto it though, and he has that space confirmed for the rest of his team. Bodies though flooding in. Team Liquid trying to get going! But you can't do anything against Flashback. 3 removed, and the last is known. Paddy is going to be not long for this world. Dropped down to 23 health in a 1v3. Multiple positions he's going to have to clear, but Maka's got his eye on all of it.
The B exec is so nice. Hyunmin even goes into a different position this time, dashes a little closer towards the right side. Mako combos it with a TP and is in a really annoying position. But it's Flashback who just barrels in there, taking up all of the space and hitting a monstrous spray transfer with a Vandal. Team Liquid forced to take attack timeout. DRX are flexing their muscles out there. Nothing that Team Liquid have tried is
not consistent.
And then he just plays in Flashback afterwards. And yet, if you don't punish Hyunmin, then he sticks his dash. And then he's in a really deep position.
And often coming up with a kill.
Yeah, I think the theory is really nice from DRX. And the timing and the execution of it is beautiful too. A lot of pressure here on Liquid with bad money.
Bad money, and the gambit of this Corrode pick not really working out in their favor. Early days yet in the series, of course, even though it is Abyss and Bind. Team that loses often is going to come back with a lot of improvements, so we'll see if Team Liquid, what they can do as we get deeper into the series. But for DRX themselves, once more, listen, getting easy access to the B site. Their exits have been working out beautifully, so don't switch it up. Hyunmin, again, similar pathing, just touch himself deep. Trying to play the rest of his team in. Full evacuation here from Team Liquid. They don't want to play onto the side.
And because Hyunmin doesn't see the danger, he sticks it. Heaven TP.
They want to fight this forwards. Yeah, they want to fight this forwards. Mako's just TP'd onto just the slightest of perches. Kiko off to the corner, but how do you contend with this? How do you contest with this? You can't, man. It's overwhelming. Flashback and Hyunmin, this dynamic duo, takes sights by storm.
And they're so good at going immediately and taking elbow control, aren't they? The deeper smoke for Mako, so that when he TPs up into heaven...
No hesitation with it.
He knows that nobody's going to be able to punish him. It's not like he's TPing into a smoke that somebody could be hiding inside of.
Yeah, just on the edge of it.
On the edge of the hinder too, so not even punished by Nats. It's really good stuff. And if you're not putting enough pressure on the B exec, they just immediately take extra space in elbow, and it's a nightmare. I love what DRX are doing out there. They're really putting down picture-perfect ideas with this composition. Liquid are out of their depth.
Where are you?
One more round is all DRX need now. Want to set them up. Paddy does land a shot. Flashback's taken out early. Could be big for them.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Trex has moved his positioning over towards B. He has an ultimate to be able to shut down a B exec. So DRX have to try something different in this round. But they've got 5 opportunities to close out here on their opponent's map pick.
That's damage done. Bait and switch play. That's trying to aim to pretend like it's just him. Camo, hopefully not clear, but a Prowler. Yeah, it's a last-minute adjustment towards it. Paddy, pixel angle. No kills found. We'll have to concede and give up most of that space now. Drifting back away.
A player's getting pushed back, but DRX calling for a B split. Nice
Yeah.
idea from Mako, down a player.
Make moves now. It's a double dash to try and clear all those close corners. That's going to be heard out here by Team Liquid. They still have a lot of util. Elbow control is going to be vital to hold on to now. Team Liquid, up to Trex. And Kiko.
They're just trying to hold elbow.
Have a TP up top. Just on the edge of it. Kiko, though, is not going to be caught out twice here. The fight towards elbow is going to be anticipated. It's a steel guard that's been primed, held, ready, waiting, but
5v3.
not actually being used. 5v3 here. Team Liquid feeling like they maybe have to use absolutely everything to get this round over the line. Being pushed to the absolute limits, even with the player advantage here. Freeing, looking for a safe spot to try and hide in here. Horn for a horn, going to be dealt with, dropping down out onto the side of Shorties. Could be doing a bit of damage. Forward is the fight to be taken, but Hyunmin cleaned up and now the rifle back. Ready and waiting for too many targets. Overwhelmed here. Vayne will have to be unreal in that spot. It's too much.
So a successful first of 5 to be put on the board for Team Liquid if they want to try to take this to OT. But I'm personally not a fan of using that Steel Garden towards the end. I can understand the logic of you just need to close out the round. Your opponent's on map point. But if you're not able to win a 5v3 without an ultimate like that, then I don't really see how you're going to be able to win another 4 in a row when you don't have access to it. I think you need to be saving those because now DRX can just run into B. They can literally just run their B exec and they don't have to be worried at all. I mean, even if Paditek was here with a fade ult, I don't think it would stop them. That Steel Garden was great for forcing Mako to choose different options, and now he's just straight back to the well.
Should have sent it. The only one to real stop them. Kiko's close to the judge. Tight touch to the corner here. Dimensional drift forward is going to be the first partition to enter here for DRX. Just seeing if he can catch sight and does see it, hears it. The judge in play. Double dash forwards now as well, knowing that the sight is completely given up. And a fight to be taken. Yes, flashback. He's not scared. Doesn't cower against it, even knowing that he's up against that judge. And fight to be taken here, but that Nightfall doesn't connect. No clearance for it. Camo, he's there with a trade, but this is too much to deal with at this point. This DRX players ingrained onto the site and whittled down one at a time. Just Camo left to stand against it. Sharp on the first, but can he land the second? 3 more players to deal with. Overdrive now popped off. Hoping for a freebie, but the discipline of DRX is just far too good. Stray shots as well, damage being done. Definitely tickling and dropping these DRX players down, but it's all up to Vayne, and Vayne just finishes it. Forcing Kama to do the backflip. Map 1 goes.
Actually with some really beautiful ideas.
Yeah.
Playing a lot of the Yoru with the Breach Teho, but they couldn't close it out in big games that mattered, and they just eventually fizzled. They've got to, as you say, continue this momentum while they've got such great ideas.
The kill trip.
Team
Team
Liquid lost both pistols on this map last time they played on Abyss.
Yeah.
DRX was so strong.
DRX willing to concede most of the space as well, trying to play out of it, and that's a kill trip specifically to try and deny against Camo, but it's spotted out. They hear it close to them, denying the opportunity, really, for DRX to strike and do some real potential damage. Nats has already taken out the life of Flashback. That was up towards the top section, hindered for a moment. Kiko up towards the top. DRX, though, clean with it. Kills are collected in their name, and already you're seeing the scurry. Reposition. Nats has got a lot of space into mid. He calls for the troops to reconvene.
He's got to get at least another 1 here.
He could get his chance soon enough, but no, Hyunmin. It's unstoppable right now. Trex next up here. Might be able to get at least a 1, but he's alerted the rest of the squad to his position. DRX now know this. Deep plan not committed by Camo. Doesn't go for it. In fact, he's going to walk out of his own at 30 HP. Needs another kill. Doesn't feel safe enough to go for the plant in this spot. Just spotting the barrel, but now backing out. DRX want to take this one together.
I think they're doing a good job of playing off each other here, DRX. Making sure that those individual plays from Team Liquid don't find fertile ground.
Camo, 30 HP. Misses the pixel angle. Shot darts flying off here. Dart towards the back. That's going to be dealt with in time. But already being approached, the pressure is mounting, the heat turns up. Camo, 1v3 to try and deal with here, and with barely any life to work with, it's turned into mincemeat. This is DRX now with another pistol round win under their belt.
They had 4 players there ready to defend on A as that exit came through.
Yeah, hard read.
Yeah, and they've also just got... They've got a trip in perfect position based on where the dash was going to go. They have a cam for contact too, so you can do a bit of spamming out through heaven. And even with Nats being able to get a kill and pulling the rest of his team out, player disadvantage and they can't win the shots in the middle. So, while we're looking towards the team that lost the first match and we're thinking, oh well, what adjustments are they going to make? DRX actually, I mean, you see it here with these 2 trips even that are being placed by Freeing. They've already themselves started making adjustments to even more consistently beat Team Liquid.
Deep knife against the back wall. Too sure if that was intended, but doesn't quite get the tag they were looking for here. Mako, here in the footsteps, here in the rumble, is going to be sending off a few stray shots, firing off. Barely seeing the sightlines of these players. ADS up with a Bulldog. There's a lot to really contest with here from that spot. The smokes obfuscate the entry here for Team Liquid. DRX trying to get back into it, and flashback will definitely even it out. That Marshall in hand. Firing off from all positions. Kiko left alone here. Trex is just on an absolute marathon walk, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Way
miles
behind.
away. He is so far away from being able to help Kiko. Kiko's got to make some kind of distraction. Otherwise, they'll start thinking about a backstab.
Yeah, the longer this goes on, the more they start anticipating where these players could be. Fight to be taken forwards potentially by DRX, looking to gain a bit more ground. Timing missed out here. Trex. It's a big map, Abyss. He's missed his time to strike there. Spike out of nowhere. Being cleared up in the end here by flashback.
Big
Been
value from the
farming
Marshall.
so far, man. Yeah, he's been farming.
Yeah. And once you get the op into his hands as well, you're expecting much of the same. The KO knife is the big thing that Team Liquid have to be able to work with. On their attack side, if you can land knives onto people, if you can land a knife onto Freeing and take down his setup, or onto flashback to make sure that he can't TP away, then
Let's go, guys. Run by it out, okay?
you've got chances. But I think when I was watching Team Liquid play this map before, so much of it came down to actually Nats working through mid. Otherwise, they were unimpressive in their attack side against DRX previously.
It's an aggro play. No bodies to receive it, but a util's being sent out regardless. Nats might be able to hear most of this, along with Kiko.
Does he clear this very close corner?
This is so unexpected,
It's
isn't
a weird spot.
it? Yeah, really odd position. Try not to make any noise. He does clear it. Playing it patiently, too. Hello. Waiting for his time to take the shot, just in case there's someone else holding close with it.
He's asking Kiko to do a little bit of clearing himself.
He's calling for the whole squad here. There's a very smart play by him. Mako is in this forward spot to be able to clear, at least call for a lot of mid-round rotation.
I mean,
so
it's
he's waiting.
kind of wild that Mako doesn't look even one time
Yeah.
towards the mid player, though.
Mouse unplugged. He's just staring off into the abyss.
Take pause, please.
See though. Despite that, DRX are pretty quick to arrive onto this one, looking to see if they can play this retake, but it's going to be tough for them.
Cam's nice in the post line, but I don't think it was actually close enough to the spike. If they were able to smoke it, I suppose, but actually Mako, you know, he's dead already, so what am I talking about?
Yeah. Just a Marshall in the hands of flashback is going to need some eagle eye aim, I think, to try and find a way past this one, and no one's given him a fair fight. Flash rebounds and a double face up towards it. Team Liquid trying to take this fight again, and it should just be a battle of the spam. Trip being caught up. The player's going to be dropping your men. He's just waited there. Standing man emoji off to the side, but it is a conversion here for Team Liquid. They don't get bonused.
I like Freeing's camera that he put there over towards B to help with the retake. It's a very difficult site to anchor. It's a tough site in general, actually. This is one of the reasons why the map trends quite attack-sided, is because B is so difficult to play on the defense, but...
Nice.
Hyunmin 2 away from getting an ult online that could help them out. And Nats, if he's able to get a lurk, going through mid and grabs a kill, he could certainly win them around with his neural theft.
Taken out.
Just laying down the opening setup. Cam was broken early, though. Pretty important as well. You do remove that at the beginning of these rounds for DRX at least. So add some uncertainty into the step of Team Liquid. They don't know whether players are pushed up in mid.
Freeing's got his defensive setup over towards A here, and there's a pretty heavy stack in that direction because Team Liquid have been making noise in A main. Dodges the knife as well, so it keeps his utility up. And if they go back into B as the spike starts moving towards Mako, one of the things that Mako was doing last time these two teams played on defense was that he was playing over towards the area that Flashback's in right now, and then he was throwing a smoke on top of B and TPing into it as the exec happened. Nats with a chance. If he gets this kill, the ult would be huge.
Oh, Hyunmin squaring up for it. It's a 140 to the dome. Hyunmin just does him in.
And now Nats calls for his team to go back over towards A.
Now Bane reinforcing. It's deep drone delayed.
30
it's
seconds
hiding the intent pretty well here, but there's only 28 seconds remaining.
The knife's back online, but I don't think Freeing is going to get caught by it.
Be out of range of it. Paddy spotted. Cage there. Updraft dash now up into heaven, trying to lay claim to most of that space. Team Liquid umming, ahhing, trying to get themselves into this one. Camo deep into the spawn. Ango Freeing. He has to press forwards, press the advantage. No one is being pressed from behind. The commas finally come through. Bane's already found his first kill up towards the top. Not able to contest with Kiko and Trex.
Now there's a nice round from Team Liquid to get in. Pressure on DRX now in a 2v3.
Yeah, looking on Flashback and Mako here to see what they can do together. Very cheeky angle. Crouch down. Hard to adjust your aim in time, so Camo finds that one. Mako's left into that 1v3. Just jiggling, see if he can bait out a shot or two. Does claim it, but time's starting to tick away from him, and looks like he's not making moves to make the play, so will be the save.
He's been on today. Might even give him a good chance of success in a situation like that. But the time, very low. I do like what Team Liquid are going for. I love the positioning from Freeing. I think when you're playing against a KO, you do need to be putting your Cypher set up for someone else to play around. So he lets Bane play on site with the trips and with the cages. I love that idea from DRX. The plan is good. But Team Liquid, they realize that DRX are playing off site, and they get a dash through into heaven. And that allows Camo to get so deep and even wraps back around. Look how much pressure Bane and Freeing end up under in the back of the B side there, back of the A side, sorry, because Camo's on the full wraparound. Both of these teams taking a lot of learnings from the first time they played Abyss.
Evolution between the two of them. Cam deep again, just being broken. High priority for DRX to try and take control of this one, and yeah, it's going to be hiding the intent of this. Flashback with a deep push. Has a gate crash as well to get back to safety.
I love that recon. Does put a lot of pressure on the mid lurk.
We'll see, and that's just missed the timing onto that.
Dude,
Shots fired off. Flashback's not exiting.
He had his hand off the mouse. He was scratching his nose.
We'll commit to it now, though, as that gate crash fades. Mako only has a classic for this one, so we'll get cleared out. TP. See if we can get the hell out of here. Bit of mischief in mid. That's slowly trying to re-clear, piece together the position of the DRX players as well, but
he knows that somebody's going to be mid here. If he tries to punish Mako, there's going to be somebody else holding it.
Mako's going to hear the footsteps here as well, and he spots signs of life as well from these players straight out. The shot's missing. Mako is really hard committed into a spot like this. The right click is doing it. Still, there's another TP to try and get the hell out of dodge. He's calling for the reinforcements to try and help him out for that fight into mid. It's a deep smoke. Anchor position for him. Hyunmin trying to press forwards again, but again trying to get it done with just the pistols.
A is empty.
30 seconds
Bit of
left.
chaos. Neurotheft is going to reveal that as well. Now they're going to A. Like you said, 25 seconds left. There's not a lot of time to make this happen.
Camo has got a sprint.
Deep paranoia forwards as well, just trying to cut off that mid avenue so the rotates can't come in thick and fast now. DRX struggling to really get that control, but still Mako is delivering just with that classic in hand. Tries to pick up the upgrade, punished for it. Plant will go down. Enough time, and Paddy has his eye all the right places.
Yeah, not even close. No.
Yeah, not even close.
DRX always have been incredibly good at pushing Mako up towards this pillar and supporting him brilliantly from behind. Look how difficult it is in a spot like that to root Mako out without getting punished by somebody taking an angle. Now think if it was rifles on the other side and not just players with classics and stuff. So Team Liquid, there's a lot of different plays around the map that they have to be aware of, whether it's a fast push out through B or Mako just taking a walk down mid with Flashback. And a defensive. It's a possibility. Flashback picking up an operator and looking to play over towards B.
That's where the action is. Paddy's there, deep knife against it, just in case there is that deep push up. One away, the dimensional drift is Flashback. On the angle now, it's a flash and a peek. Good coordination from Team Liquid, but no dice, no kill to be claimed.
It's a nice flash to push the Opera away, like you're saying, because the drone was on the other side of the map. Trex hasn't committed it yet, but he's holding aim A. And now that they've pushed the Opera back, taking this timing where DRX would be looking for a little more B information to move the spike towards A. Timing on Patitek's knife and the position of freeing could be important. Here's Paddy.
Played for, yeah,
There's the knife
going
lineup.
overhead.
Very deep from freeing.
Yeah, he should be out of range of this as soon as it lands, and indeed he is. Deep push out for a bit more information over towards B. There's players committed. Camo straight past and up and over most of these trips. The Cam's not going to be spotting the signs of him unless he heard the noise cues. Freeing's running though.
They're doing a B fake and it's working.
Yeah, it's pulling players away. Flashback though, times of life and that's tucked up close. Bane is the only one to try and push back this A hit that's about to be coming in as well. He's going to be hearing the footsteps calling. Guys, we made a mistake. It's all on Bane. It's a good trade from Trent. Straight in. Camo deep into their spawn. Double dash from Youngmin. Trace up there. That is elite.
That is an unbelievable 3K from Camo.
The Kigo's not done yet. Eating up the scraps. Flashback just trailing off in mid, but that is unreal stuff, like you said, Josh. I mean, Youngmin trying to play his team in, expecting a trade, but that is pinpoint accuracy here.
Everything about that round is amazing, but the mechanics for that 3K are what seals the deal. Because freeing should be favored there. When Camo's crosshair is dragged so far away to get the waylay, no shot Camo should be winning that. And yet the brains and the brawn are online for Liquid on their attack side here. Nat's calling a beautiful fake, playing the macro really nicely. Camo getting into unexpected positions every time. Round 4 and round 6. Outplaying freeing setups when he himself is actually playing around Patitek's KO quite nicely.
Yeah. Straight back down to the eco here for DRX.
There's layers to this. It's like parfait.
Team Liquid. Significant learnings that they've had. That's damage through the box. Flashback's on 10 HP.
And DRX pulling out a pretty similar idea on the eco to what we saw earlier on, where they go for that kind of pressure down mid. They haven't actually got anybody deep tucked towards pillar, but the threat is there. Team Liquid will be worried that someone is in that spot.
There's a lot of angles as well we can test with here for Flashback. What a shot, though.
He's on.
That is magnetic.
Second headshot that he's landed onto Nats.
With that Marshall, now we're going to see similar signs here for that exit that's coming through. Camo has to updraft, though, and dash back to safety as well. Didn't want to fall off the edge of the map. Mako's doing very decent work indeed, but it will eventually be felled. Classics can only do so much in a spot like this, and it leaves it just down to freeing. Slipped the net, straight past him here. There's a lot of damage done. Camo, one shot would have done it. There was a chance in a world. It's salvaged here by Liquid now.
He's saving him.
Yeah, he is.
It's an interesting smoke from Kiko in heaven as well. It doesn't actually block off the defenders. I don't know if he missed it or whether it was supposed to be weirdly placed like this for them to be able to get a kill through that little crack angle, but looks very odd to me. Rifles back in the hand of DRX. They took attack timeout right before the big rifle round in round 6. They need this one to go their way. Liquid couldn't get anything done on their attack last time two teams clashed on Abyss, and now everything is working perfectly.
Big gun in the hands of Nats here. That operator! Reaction time test has failed. Bane will punish him for it. The Hunter's Fury now offloaded deep into the back. Continues to try and punish these players that are just coming in thick and fast, trying to get themselves into the B side. Already flooding all the way back in. This is really quick from DRX. They're trying to make the most of this one. Inside of the chaos, drop to the knees as Paddy's going to be able to give them a little bit of information from that high ground angle, but no res in sight.
No, you can't get that res.
No. DRX call for the pause here. Waiting for the right time to strike now, but that conversion path is offloaded. Kiko is caught in it. Smoke to play in himself, but he's that last one left, and now they know exactly what's up. Hinder on the hinder. Surely will do it, but the bullets raining down. Youngmin's life not in vain.
So DRX going for a more flood defense style here, something that worked quite nicely for them on Corrode as well, if you think back to what they were running there. Instead of trying to play a little slower, they had bodies in position very quickly.
Took a lot of ults to do it.
It did, yeah, it did. But coming out of the smoke on quite a fast pace, to be honest, I mean, also gifted a bit of an opener there too. Bane very out in the open. Not really the way that you want to be playing, but somehow gets the better end of Nats anyway. The attack side op doesn't work. Team Liquid do not go for it again. The slower rounds where they've been able to embed Camo into deep positions are the ones that have been winning for Liquid. and they hear this Cypher camp being placed, so they know that Freeing has changed his setup. They know that it's over here towards B. They might be anticipating that the op has gone A. It's not the case.
Very deep trip. Like you said, if they're thinking about the overall bigger picture, I'm expected to be in a different spot. Flashback still. All trained onto the ankle.
Ult deep in spawn.
Yeah, Kiko is going to be sowing a bit of chaos now, confusion into the ranks of DRX. Looking to see if they can clear this guy out, but across their placement, pretty impeccable at that. Kiko still a nuisance, still this player is going to be doing all that damage. Flashback though, still getting active over towards it, and attention drawn for just a second is enough for Kiko to go down here. Big reveal with that neural theft. Flashback, so damn consistent. Put an operator in his hands, and this guy rarely misses. Trick's backing up here, but again, it's just two players to play this versus the 4 of DRX. You have the Hunter's Fury, but only the one tool to play in the post. It's going to be a difficult ask. Shock darts are going to be the first wave of things. Freeing just full sticking this one. Half not, well, it's half earned at least, but it's a kill claimed. Half again, that's another dart. Needs to be dealt with, and Flashback just covering all the appropriate angles once more. Wide swing, and you're facing right into the boomstick. Flashback will punish you anyway.
He looks remarkably good here with the operator in hand. First time he got smoked off, but then as the smoke dissipates, Kiko's taking fights in spawn, so he can't re-smoke for his team. And that unleashes Flashback. A 4K in the round. And he's been good in previous ones as well. If you give him a glimpse, he's there. 10 kills, top of the scoreboard for DRX. That is a big problem for Liquid to deal with.
Yeah, almost drawing it level. We know how good DRX can be on their attack side with the execs. Well drilled, always in sync. Liquid not done yet though. That's going to be Hunter's Fury committed. Double dash from Hyunmin to try and get the hell out of there, and he's way out of range of it. So Trex, a wasted ultimate. Maybe the one tag onto Maka towards the back. It does reveal a bit of position and trying to play them in. An adjustment just at the last second. Hyunmin takes away the life of Camo.
Nice flash, better shot.
Stray spam, bit of damage. Trex does get it. That's just purely off instinct, knowing the angles well. One more shot as well to play around with. That's a lot of damage onto Mako potentially. He's already taken one Hunter's Fury to the chest.
He dodged it. Now Flashback's been keeping info over towards mid, really confident in his opping, so he's just jiggling these angles. Slower you play this round though, the more DRX are going to lose info because their Sova is dead. But how do you entry onto the site without Camo and now without Nats?
Your possibilities running dry if your Team Liquid trying to slowly work the map. More and more of your players being whistled away. That's a timing that's unfortunate for Flashback. Still, Trex will be happy to claim it. Might just even it out here. Paranoia is going to be committed. Up onto the one side, but no real bodies placed behind it. There's 25 seconds left.
No knife, so all of this Cypher util will stay up. Freeing should be like a spider in his web here on B.
Trying to make a move over towards it. Smokes blooming, blossoming behind him for darts. Not broken in time there, but a cage is going to be dead regardless. Deep TP up towards the top. That is managed. Freeing. Instinctual, just keeping his eye locked onto it. His plan is to be defended, but that head peeks over and Hyunmin keen to punish, and even keener aim while he's at it. 5-5 is where DRX are standing.
All three of those shots beautifully precise there from Hyunmin. And as he said, tying things up. 3 rounds in a row where they've been able to deal with what Team Liquid are throwing at them. That shot is really nice. I mean, I like the flash idea, but Camo had to turn his body entirely. Maybe should have tucked in slightly there. But he's been nasty on the entries. They haven't been running these kind of rounds, though, again, where they mess with the expectations a little bit and get Camo into a deep position. Round 5, I think it was, maybe it was round 4. They got Concept, tried to get somebody behind enemy lines.
I'm not seeing that. Might be exactly what they're trying to go for here. Deep pings from Team Liquid up through mid. The TP primed. Kiko looking to get onto the high ground nice and early. Flash and a dart. Punishing a potential walk-up.
And no flashback here. He's been playing on sites early on.
He's going to pull his attention away here. The knife towards the back there. Bane is in a bit of trouble here and he needs some help, but he's not going to be able to get it. Big map, play. Reinforcements are late coming. Still ADS stuck, that's a bit overzealous there.
Well, now you've lost the smokes. Kiko's a great aimer, so I don't mind him taking duels like that, but now Liquid are in a bit of a tough spot. And it will allow Flashback to go nuts defending these sites. We saw what happened last time, that when he didn't have smokes in his face, he was feasting.
Exactly right against the operator. Still worried about our mid-control. Team Liquid wait for the minute mark and now start to make their moves back up.
Here.
They didn't break the door at any point here, so they're not really threatening a pinch onto Hyunmin in A heaven.
Trip's still there too. That's a tag onto Nats.
That's funny. It makes
though with a cage.
That is funny. It makes it look like it's only Nats in mid.
It really does. The rest of his team hiding straight behind, but a Dimensional Drift is going to be clearing up those unknowns soon enough. 3 spotted out, just the 1 missing. Flashback right deep behind them. Double dash as well. Pulls the attention against once more. Up through heaven. This is Freeing is being squeezed. A bit of a hammer and an anvil here from Team Liquid. Let's get the rewards that they were looking for. Still Hyunmin's there. Fast, trying to make this play all the way through. Team Liquid losing their insert player in through spawn.
Yeah, Nats went down immediately.
Convergent pass now. Still going to be offloaded to see if they can clear this up. Might even get that connection onto Trex. It's up to Camo to see if he can defend this one. High ground, dodging that one. Sharp. Good shot onto Hyunmin. Drops down to respect the angles here. It's a 2v3 that DRX have been left in. Waiting for Maka to see if he can do anything here, but he just might just miss this one. Yeah, tucked to double box. Not expecting that Paddy Tech was going to be there, sitting nice and tight. Flashback, time ticking away from him. Want to make a play for it. Noise bait, like he could be running away. Not enough though to get the betterment of Camo.
Camo's aim's been really nice. He's saved them in a couple of important spots. He's been the big playmaker, honestly, overall. Hitting that shot to Hyunmin and denying the retake that came through. Admittedly, a little delayed after the Waylay ultimate, but Camo dodged it anyway. He's the key player that is giving Liquid a potential lead at the half here. Have they got another game plan? This play up through mid was quite a nice idea from Team Liquid. Got to imagine that that's what Lohan had called for them. But do they go back to that?
Last round of the half to do something.
I mean, they might realize that Freeing's been putting one of the trips up through mid, because obviously Nats got caught by in the previous round. That means the site that the Cypher's playing on should be a little weaker. But Freeing's been doubling up with Flashback, and Flashback is so nasty with this op.
Still locking it down towards B. Team Liquid taking their time. Ease it into the position of where they want to try and send it. Over towards A, looks like that might be the goal. No kill trips though. This is DRX playing up close and personal. Flashback. Excuse me, Hyunmin and Mako. Mako eventually dropping off. They hear the presence of the turret.
No,
Drone, I should say.
Yeah, no tag onto Hyunmin there.
Yeah.
Paddy Tech takes the orb. I was thinking, is he going to be playing for like a post-plant null command here? But
playing for the other orb?
Yeah, is he going all the way back for the other orb? And if so, no, just going for a fake play over towards B, but with no bodies behind it. So how quickly did DRX realize that this is not real?
35 seconds. DRX still holding this one. It's Mako and Hyunmin. Crossing the lines, it's a one-way for Mako to play off of. Paranoia comes out and has to TP into the one-way absurdity that might be occurring. Mako has worked them! 3 kills ripped away in the blink of an eye. The IGL want a play to make, but Team Liquid are not done yet.
Could all be on Bane here, Bren.
And that's sticking that pick. You're going to see it now with the plant. Bane wrapping around. Missing a few shots. Guardian, not the weapon for the job, but he picks up that upgrade anyway. Needs to know where these last 2 players are. They know the presence last spotted in through mid. Kiko's there waiting. Paranoia primed. But so much damage done to these Team Liquid players. Advantage has got to be to DRX playing into this attack. Forcing it out. Cam also spotted as well. Flashback way out of dodge of it, but Kiko still lands the shot. Disgusting work from him. Now Bane's left in an impossibility. Sticking to half already. That's onto the corner, just trying to bait these players way out into the open. Found the first, and he knows where the second is. Time ticking though. Bane's gonna land, and he landed! He will! A stick towards it, the Harvard prior. And it's DRX bringing it even at the half.
A great clutch from Bane there towards the end. Taking advantage of all of the damage previously done. Looked worrying when Flashback wasn't able to catch the kill on a Kiko. But this game has been back and forth, and just like on Corrode, a 6-6 half. Both teams looking very even, but as we saw in map 1, that does not mean you're making it to OT with both of these teams still neck and neck.
Time to find out as well which way this series is really going to be settling. See you in just a few.
DRX, yeah. They had some level of success, but not much.
Attention towards it.
We've got a knife line up from Spawn here, from
I mean,
Paddy Tech.
Paddy's miles away.
So he's throwing a knife over towards B, anticipating a fast B hit, and then he's going to go and join Camo on A.
Blade hits towards the top. That's 4 players.
And he's running back.
Yep, straight back again.
But that's a nice idea that they weren't doing too much of last time. So trying to wait out a knife. But I mean, this call from Mako to go back to the other side of the map, it feels fairly obvious, but Team Liquid only have 1 player here. Paddy really banking on the fact that this is a rehit on B.
DRX wants to cut noise and go for it, but it's all on Camo now on his shoulders. Smokes start to blossom, and he's feeling the heat from that one. It's a dash forwards on top of it, just barely missing the mark. Hyunmin was eager to draw a little bit of blood. That's a plant down nice and early. Team Liquid could be fast on the rotates.
This was part of the game plan actually for Team Liquid on Corrode, is that they ended up playing retake on a lot of the sites instead of trying to stop the execs. It did not work there.
Deep knife with a tag. Bit of information. Left worrying to a degree here, but a flash sent out. Flashback still sitting nice and pretty off onto the angle. That is a crazy adjustment. Just snap it to the side here. Camo and Trex combining their might off to the side. That's also just rapidly behind them. Shock Dart's going to be sent flying up and over towards the top. Bane has got to deliver alongside Freeing. Happens to the defuse though. It's a win gun, but not enough to withstand against that pressure. The might of these DRX players. Another pistol round going their way.
Last time these 2 teams played, DRX picked up both pistols on Abyss. And it was very important. It wasn't the exact reason why they ended up winning, but it certainly helped, and I'm sure it will again today. Team Liquid looked like they'd almost done enough as they got into position there, 3v2, trying to put the pressure down, but DRX with a high-low setup, hit those ghost shots, get themselves set up pretty.
Already seeing adjustments as well in the way that Team Liquid want to play. Deep Dart, timings in through that smoke. Has to be an expectation they could pop out of it, and maybe even hearing these sound cues. Forwards is the play to be made. That is ridiculous stuff. Stay in the training range for Hyunmin and the rest of the squad. Trex, last one left, a little bit of damage before he goes down to the grave, but relatively flawless, yes, super aware of what's happening. And DRX were playing like this on their attack side rounds.
Yeah.
Typically waiting out the first 40 seconds.
And actually, if you think back to Corrode as well, this is the exact same idea that Team Liquid ran on Corrode. Their second round eco, they just decided to push out fully from A. I mean, it's like literally the same strat, just from one map to the next. And DRX are very ready for it. The only rounds that Team Liquid were winning on Abyss, first time these 2 teams played, were when Team Liquid full pushed out one of the areas of the map. So DRX will be ready for that kind of stuff.
Set the sights on to mid. Smoke deep down. They know nobody's pushed up here. Just a lot of presence, pulling the attention of Nats. Deep delayed knife as well. That's 15 seconds in. Inserts Camo as well in a deep forward position in through A. Cam going to be broken.
And Kiko with trips to play around. See if he can stop this exec.
Got a flash in his hands. Cut out the noise here by DRX. Waiting for the right time to strike. Waiting for the smoke cooldowns perhaps as well. That's going to be coming up now on either side. Playing with a drone. No real tags and just walking up steadily behind it. Shock Dart making it feel like it could be that fake pressure and presence. Deep Dart that cuts up overhead again, and the renewal of the smoke once more. Double dash in from Hyunmin. That's a trip that's going to be dealt with in through the back. Kiko's going to try and hold his own, and up towards the top as well. That's a combined effort. High-low setup. Trying to just really be controlled with the shots. Not enough there, not quick enough at least from Flashback. Freeing will look to reclaim this gun.
30 seconds left.
Well, there's a pretty emphatic opener for Team Liquid that showcases they can stop at least some level of that exec from coming through.
Yeah.
But one of the key differences, actually, Flashback didn't commit that time. There was no deep TP flash kind of play. Right. Often when we were watching the B exec come through on Abyss before for DRX, Flashback would be going deep on the right side while Hyunmin dashed deep on the left. And this time, maybe it was because Flashback had one of the only rifles. He just sat back. I mean, maybe I missed something. Maybe he got knifed or something like that, but didn't quite look the same to me. Nevertheless, a good combo between Nats and Kiko. They dealt with Hyunmin. And Hyunmin's normally been very good at avoiding danger. Setting out
at the back as well. Sidestepped.
B. One enemy remaining.
Wow, it wasn't looking like this in prac, that's for sure.
Nervous chuckles from Team Liquid.
Yeah. And I wonder what prac they're referring to there as well. I wonder if they've been playing any games with their academy roster.
Early on, I'm noticing. I mean, this was the same case in DRX's game, but Team Liquid conditioned to not use the knife at the beginning of the rounds for info. Paddy sends it now, though.
Hyunmin, if he plays for an ult orb, will have the Waylay ult up.
Picked up.
It's the same idea again. They get camo on a really deep line.
Hello.
And then Kiko's anchoring with the trips.
Virgin Path is going to be sent up towards Heaven to try and really delay and try and put a punish onto these players in through the back of the site. Kiko again has to anchor and lock it down. Nats is going to help him out from the side. Has some assistance as well. And with a flash trying to pop all the way out. It is being covered, cornered, and well, the dodging, juking, flashback into the back in a 1v2. He's to try and spot these players out. And my God, he's magnetic right now.
Time to jump.
Could be poetry in motion. He's got that 1v1 lockdown and he spots out Kama's position. ADS Stebno comes down to the reactions. Flashback, more than good for it. A Red Bull clutch.
What a beast. What an incredible player he has been today. It's not the quantity of kills, but the quality of them. When he's offing and out here, he's so precise with these shots. He knows that Camo is going to re-peek into him.
Let's go!
ADS stop. Psychic damage done to Lohan. A 2v1 and Kiko takes a bit of an ego duel, I suppose. It's another very similar idea, though. Yeah. You get Camo posted on a deep line over towards B with the initiator utility, and then you try to have Kiko and Nats anchor the other side of the map. This is the ante.
Taking a fight straight up. Kiko, he's hard committed, has no more smokes as well to make the play. Dimensional drift. Earns up, now being used, going to carve out a bit of a path. No real pushback. They're going to know that Heaven could be compromised. The flash is going to be used a bit delayed now, and that plan does need to be covered.
Spike planted.
Flashback forward here. It's a good crossfire setup from DRX.
They're always going to play disciplined post plants.
Yeah, embedding themselves really into the side to try and lock this one down. Hyunmin taking that first point. It's a cage in your face, though. That will disjointed. Forces Flashback to take that peek. Flash forwards again. Now disengaging, rolling retreat style. Team Liquid just 3 players left. Already considering what do we want to do. Make the play. Back up here. Trex is still forwards, but as he drops, I mean, the rest of his team was saving in the midst of all of this.
Yeah.
Not too sure why he's trying to make the play happen. But
look at the post plant setup, right? They've got smokes and a trip over towards Heaven. So it's going to be really difficult to play from Heaven and very difficult to drop into the site from there. With a flash, for example, from Paddy. And then towards the back of the site, Hyunmin's holding the angle up top. He's got people that can swing off him. And then even if you get through all of those layers on site, Bane is still sat there in main, ready to use a Sova ult and ready to double up with freeing and play a more passive look towards the spike. So many layers,
Wow,
looking
what a
so good in
good side
post-plant
forward,
situations
man.
on both maps.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
This is a very drilled DRX.
scary look. The ideas are working.
This goes here.
The ideas for Team Liquid have come up short in rounds 16 and 17 here. It's put stress on their economy. Double Guardian and Kiko with a judge, just hoping that one of Hyunmin or Flashback lands in his lap for an easy kill. They'll be playing inside a smoke on the A site if they do go in that direction. It's the same setup again, except this time Camo's not on as deep of a line. Normally they've been trying to get him really deep and go for that early information, early contest
Kiko's having
before
a
the
run
exec.
Miles just to smoke for them on B.
Yeah, reminder, he's got the judge. I mean, both of the traps getting detected immediately by one drone is nightmare for Nats. Again, I really think it just comes down to, does Kiko get some miracle kills with the judge? Because otherwise, DRX should be good for this. We've seen him so many times.
Has a smoke to play for the anchor, but he just uses it into the main choke point anyway, pressing forwards anyway, trying to play into that default spot. Dodging, juking away from most of this one, but that TP from Mako is punished. Let's see if there's any sort of action on the other end of things. Firing blindly into the smokes on either side. This is carnage. Not quite a controlled play, but DRX looking to get a handle back onto it. Clean up the rounds as well as that smoke and the cages dissipate. Bit more controlled now from them, but coverage needs to be there. Hunter's Fury off to the side, good connection onto Bane. He's just trying to dodge and hop around, but he is going to be falling prey. Freeing with the punish, off to the side, still left into that 2v2. Team Liquid have dropped down, they drop down! None the wiser! Hyunmin will strike where it hurts. It's 11 rounds now for DRX. They are showing no signs of slowing down.
Anticipating DRX to be over towards A main. It's reasonable because every other post plan, they've had some level of a safety net in that direction. But this time Freeing pushed up so much deeper than he has been before. Punish onto Paditek, punish onto Trex.
Wow!
He and Hyunmin in the perfect spot. Lohan not happy again. He can feel the game slipping away from them.
It will be bitter for Team Liquid this entire year, man.
Barely scrapping together a buy again with Camo picking up the knives. But if Camo goes for something aggro over towards A, maybe they could get it done.
Just trying to save them.
I have the spike.
It's the exact same setup again, by the way. They've just swapped the sites, but you know, Camo playing with the double initiator and then Kiko and Nats on the other side. DRX have been going into Kiko and Nats. They've been trying to face check the Omen and the Cypher.
Just had a range there, the knife, I believe.
They're doing it again.
Yeah, they certainly are. Heart breaks for Team Liquid in a spot like this. Flash and a repeat. Uptrap has to be given in so you don't get sent flying off the map.
They need to start rotating earlier. They know that these execs are coming through at about the 50-second mark.
It's on Kiko. It's on Nats. Shut down Steve. Doesn't remove the trip on the one side. Already with the paranoia, looking for C. There's that pushback. Nats is actually creeping out past, using his cages to try and hide that one, but Sliders of Angles. Hyunmin spots it, and that is just impeccable stuff. Smoked off, it doesn't matter. Flashback was anticipating it, the communication crystal clear.
A pump fake, though. Not a full commitment on this
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm going to be having to commit into this one now with a flash. Kiko's forwards. Has to be a playmaker, has to do it now, but again, he can't claim that second. Mako's quick with the trade. Finger on the trigger. ADS'd up as well. Trex can't quite find it. The knives in the hands of Camo. It's what it's going to have to be getting done. Spike in the hands of Mako. Defense in order. There's a timing to be taken, but Flashback is covering it. Hyunmin from the side. It's all falling to pieces for Team Liquid. Paddy is the one that's to pick it all up. See if he can make anything of the mess of this round. But it's looking like an inevitable 12 for DRX. Smoke propped up in front of them. Paddy just trying to cut away all noise, but now he reveals his position and already spammed down, sprayed down. 12 rounds now for DRX and for Team Liquid. It's looking like it will be that bitter repeat of every other international event that they've attended so far this year.
They've never been able to escape groups. So often we've seen them lose an opening game, win one, look like they might be back in form, and then crumble at the end, but one round away now from EMEA's #1 seed being sent home, and DRX have just come out with outrageously good form. Great discipline, good patience as well on these site hits. A 4-player stack and a push from Liquid.
Yeah, really capturing lightning in a bottle with the way that they're playing right now! Hyunmin can't be stopped! Convergent pass will be the cherry on top! And there is no running, there is no hiding. Trex forced to cower, but you cannot deny it. DRX are